So here's a question for you. How young is too young to let your kids be on social media? Well, every parent will face this question, including King 5 morning anchor Jake Wittenberg, who turned his personal experience with his daughter into a story.
Yeah.
Which is something we so often do as journalists. We have something in our personal life that makes us go, we got to investigate this.
Right. Well, I mean, we're all kind of going through this personal journey, right?
Yes.
I mean, the importance of social media, how distracting it can be, the importance of it. And so this one touches close to home for sure.
And Lula is 9.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just a year older than my girl. How did this come up?
Yeah, well, it started with a lot of you at home through the pandemic. We tried all these new kinds of things, and school was canceled, but the kids still needed some sort of social outlet to stay connected with their friends.
Right.
So the idea came about, what about Facebook Messenger, which is social media?
Which was, yes, it's technically social
I mean, adults
media.
use Facebook Messenger, but there's a kids version of it.
Yes.
And so we let Lou download the kids Messenger, and the kids would be talking back and forth all day long. And it got to the point where the anxiety started to kind of seep into her life, and I'm saying, oh my God, like she's expecting there to be this like party every time she gets on, and if she's not involved in the messenger, then she's not a part of the party, right?
Oh my goodness.
And so we had to regulate that a little bit, and then it turned into recently when she asked me if she could have a TikTok account because one of her fellow 9-year-old classmates has TikTok, which I think is a little early, right? But it started the process of this journey and this discussion about why should she have it, why shouldn't she? We're not ready to sign her up for a TikTok account at age 9, but it's important, I think, to have these kind of conversations, and that's where we're at.
Do you also find that it's hard being in your field, in a visual field? I mean, I'm doing the social media stuff a lot, and I'm worried sometimes what she's seeing me do.
Right, and I feel the same way because I use TikTok.
Yeah,
I actually enjoy
good at
TikTok.
it.
I like, Twitter
Follow him on
and all
TikTok.
these sort of social platforms. And so I'm trying to find the good in it, and I'm using it to be productive at work and to share our stories and our experiences. But that's an adult mind that can kind of shut it off, or at least you think you can. And so, that part is hard to navigate. But one solution that we found is, okay, we use TikTok together because she enjoys that social sort of making videos. She enjoys acting, but we never get online or post it online. We just put it in the drafts folder.
So let's talk about this story.
Yeah.
Who did you talk to in this story? Did you find out how to help keep the kids safe?
We talked to a local child therapist whose schedule is absolutely full with teenagers that are anxious about re-entry back into school because of COVID, because of a variety of other reasons. She's busier than ever. And then layering on top of that the social media. She sees a lot of stress among kids. But one of the more interesting moments I had actually came recently when I talked to a group of kids, 9, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. We got into a group, and I asked them right away, they weren't expecting this, show me your phone usage on your phone. And they all were like, oh, God, no. They pull it up, and one kid goes, oh my God, I'm on social media 7 hours a day.
Oh my goodness.
He kind of stopped himself, and he went, I'm kind of glad you made me look at this. And so it was a really interesting exercise to talk with these kids about what they're using, why they use it. And I found them to be very self-regulatory, honestly. There's a lot more informed teenagers out there, I think, these days, especially among the freshmen and younger kids. Parents who've kind of gotten the message, who've lived through the war, and they can put some regulations on their kids' social media. Very interesting part of the story I'm excited to share.
I'm really excited to see that. I know you talk to parents too, but what was one of the big things that you learned?
Mostly that there's hope. I mean, I went into this with a very open mind about social media, knowing the negative effects of it, which are obvious, which we've all heard about. But teenagers aren't willing to let it go, even knowing that, because it helps them with their social activities at school. It helps them promote events that they have. There is some good for social media. None of these kids, by the way, used Facebook at all. It's all Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. And so finding some of the positive in social media, not ignoring that because it actually is there, but finding the way to kind of thread the needle. I think that's going to be interesting.
And, maybe filter out certain things. Avoid what they're seeing. It's hard to do, but it's really interesting. What did parents have to say, by the way, when they reached out to you?
A lot of them had warnings about some of the regulations I should be putting on my kids. But the number one message that I got, and I'll share this in the story on Friday, is just be involved with what your kids are doing. Don't let them just doomsday scroll in their rooms before they go to bed 5 hours a night. Get involved, see what they're doing, maybe get their passwords, be involved with what they're seeing, talk to them about what social media is, the good, the bad, the ugly. And just, be a good parent and be involved.
I love that. Jake, thank you so much for taking the time to look into this issue, to work on it. I mean, like you said, it's something we all deal with. Something that even as adults, you know, we struggle with sometimes.
Oh, for sure.
When it comes to looking at these things. So thank you very much.
You bet, my friend. Love you.
We cannot wait to see it this Friday. You can watch Jake's entire report Friday morning during the 6 o'clock hour, right?
Yep, see you then.
I will be there. I'm getting up early for that one.
I know you do. You're still on that clock.
Yes,
Yeah,
I know.
we miss you.
Oh, my goodness.